Yo YouTube, it's your boy Premier back today with another banger, and in today's video we're going to be going over the newest NBA 2K23 news, the gameplay enhancements. We will have official gameplay here in the video as well. Make sure to like the video, comment down below what you think of all this news, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers, and turn the post notifications on so you don't miss the next banger. But let's get straight into it. There's tons of new improvements, and they changed a ton of different badges. They changed a ton of different stuff. One of the main things I've immediately noticed, and we're going to talk about more later, is dribbling has been changed as well. But let's start here. The team worked hard to create much parity as possible in this on-the-court gameplay between current and next. We've detailed all there is to know about the updates in the newest 2K franchise. By the way, if you're to the new mechanics as double throws, flicking the right stick in a direction, letting it go back to the center, and then quickly moving the pro stick back in the same direction, and switchbacks, flicking the pro stick in a direction, letting it center, and then quickly moving the pro stick in an opposite direction. These new gestures introduce a lot of new weapons for shooting and ball handling. Basically, if you master this stuff, slashers are going to be OP. I'm probably going to have some type of slashing build to start the year next year. For Zion with the rim hang, I have these pulled up here. Let's get a look at it. I'll just have to see it in the game, but you can finesse your way to the rack. For slashers who want to finish with a little more finesse. Double throw gestures are used for hop step players, while switchback gestures are used for Euro step cradle players, which feels very natural. A simple hold or left will perform an all new set of scoop layups. Oh, aka the Steph Curry or the D Book here. Let's get a look at D Book with the new scoop layup. Oh yeah, if you remember NBA 2K19, you're gonna remember this. Combine mesmerizing skill moves, dribbling, taking a life of its own and become a sort of game within the game. Ball handlers are going to enjoy comboing up in NBA 2K23, as the new gesture combos gives you even more options for your arsenal. Switchback gestures will now perform dedicated signature double cross and hesitation cross combo moves that you can assign as a part of your moving crossover signature package. It sounds like you're going to be able to have more control than ever with your dribble moves, just like if you played NBA 2K22 Next Gen, how you could customize your dunk packages. I think it's going to be kind of similar to that, if I understand this right, which has grown from 15 options to 28. Learning the speed of your stick throws and the timing of your signature animations is especially important now. So this will create more of a skill gap than ever in dribbling, from what we're hearing. You can chain your player's normal signature size ups by rocking the pro stick back and forth rhythmically. I think I said that right. Rapid double throws will give you the, I'm not even going to try to say that, but crazy new combos. You feel me? Somebody knows. Afro re-mentioned new combos. Actually, that wasn't that hard to say. And flicking the pro stick back and forth repeatedly will give you a whole different set of animations called signature combos that look incredible. Another major dribbling change is the introduction of attacking size up. One of the things we wanted to improve with the dribbling in 2K was that the size up moves looked cool but weren't very useful. The new attacking size ups provided a lot more side-to-side movement and are much better at forcing the defense to drop and shift, allowing you to bait one way and attack the other. I love the sound of this. Something all great ball handlers do so well in real life. While it's fun to clown your opponents with a flurry of flashing dribbles, we don't want to encourage players to dribble the entire shot clock out while their teammates fall asleep. Energy will deplete much quicker when spamming too many moves together. So it's important to be efficient and not play with your food for too long. There's a long list of size ups to learn on paper, but they're all very simple and feel very natural in practice. Jump into the 2KU freestyle practice to play around with different stick throw timings, and you'll get the hang of it after a few minutes. Let's look here at Steph Curry with his dribble combo here. Adrenaline boost. Another new flair to prevent over dribbling is the concept of adrenaline boost. These are small available boosts per player per possession, shown as 3 small balls under the small. This actually released a short earlier this morning. Tap into the YouTube shorts if you haven't already. Upload a ton of this content before I release the full videos. Looking here, it's also going to give nice upgrades. 2K23, 2K22 success from outside was heavily weighted towards coverage. If you get an open look, you can balance out poor ratings and inaccurate timing. This year, a little more authentic shooting model that captures the essence of an NBA shooter's capabilities. The first major change is the addition of shooting attributes. Since the inception of the signature jump shots in 2K basketball, animations have been more or less aesthetic but functionally the same. This year, each signature jump shot has unique shooting stats that help determine its effectiveness. What in the shout out to NBA 2K Lab? I will have my subscription this year. You already know. Make sure to tap in with my boy. Shot speed, how quickly the shot gets to its ideal release point. Release height, how high the shot is released. Defensive immunity, how effective the shot is towards great defensive contest. Timing impact. Adjust shot window to reward good timing at the cost of increasingly penalty for bad timing. We're also, let's get a look here at this new shot. NBA 2K23. Shout out. So I'm just going to be honest. Like, I immediately cut off the shot meter. I just can't stand it. For playmakers out there, you'll find some new tools at your disposal as well. The lead to the lead to basket pass makes it return to next gen, so that it works the same way as current gen, allowing you to simply press and hold Y to set your receiver to cut to the basket and release the button to throw the pass. Okay, that's really cool. If you press and hold the B circle, the receiver you're pointing to with the left stick will perform a quick V or flare cut to get open on the perimeter. That's really cool. That's gonna be awesome at my team. Shout out to my will be playing NBA 2K20 through my team. I will be streaking it up on the twos with my duo badge plug. We've already locked that in. Shout out to my guy. I'm super excited to see what NBA 2K23 has to hold. Ton of things planned. And I'm just gonna say this. There's no date on it. There's no date on it. But the face cam might be coming sooner than later. That's all I'll say. I've hyped it up for a long time, but oh my goodness, bro. There's so much to read. Why is there this much to read, bro? How long is this to read? How long is this to read, bro? Where does it say? It normally gives the estimate on the read time. Goodness, bro, this is a lot of information. I feel like I have to keep reading them. Defense remains a huge priority for the game plan. Shot defense received a nice overall of 2K23. Up until last year, we used a simple shot defense calculation that looked at two specific points: the location of the defender when the shot started and the proximity to the ball at release. It worked well, but also had its shortcomings. If the defender's hand or arm moves slightly into a bad position, right at the point of our shot release calculation, you would get a bad coverage score, even though it looked like a very good shot contest. This year, we created a system that evaluates the defensive player's contest hand throughout a window of the shooting motion. This larger sample set provides a way more accurate result and helps line up the coverage numbers to what players expect based on what they see happening on screen. On-ball defense. For the floor game, on-ball defense movement and body ups received a major refresh with the new content and accurately depicts today's one-on-one player interactions. You also notice a new indicator on the on-ball handler when in the guarding position. This is the new defensive shading mechanic. The 3 bars on the indicator represent 3 zones: straight up, shade left, and shade right. The zone the defender's in is shown red. If the ball handler attempts to attack a red lane, they'll get cut off, lose the dribble, or fumble the ball. That's really interesting. A lot more, it sounds like, interactive and better on-ball system. I like the sound of this. Instead of them running through my body when I blitz them. Like, great defenders can anticipate when the ball handler is attacking and now be clearly more rewarded for it. The shading system works best for on-ball defenders guarding the perimeter as well for the post, and does a good job communicating to both the offensive and defenses why collisions were solved and why they are the way they are. Shot blocking has been refined quite a bit this year. NBA 2K22, we made a huge effort to improve block targeting and give the players more ability to deter any shot that comes into the paint. For NBA 2K23, blocks have been tuned to a more realistic level, leading to more predictable outcomes with the right players making appropriate stops when timing their block attempts well. No more small guards pulling off LeBron James level chase down blocks like last year. You'll also notice a distinct improvement in ball security for good dunkers. In the past, it was always risky trying to pull off tomahawks and back scratchers when defenders even remotely nearby. When we've made some changes to encourage good dunkers to greater repertoire of dunk packages. Fuel the reward for highlight reel dunks with significant takeover boosts in the right situations without fear of always getting the ball knocked out on the way up. The shot blocking system also contains flyby blocks when closing out late on a perimeter shots. The flybys will do a better job trying to get the hand up while preventing defenders from slamming into the shooter and sending them to the line. Steals and ball strips. Ball strips are new and improved this year with tons of new content and better coverage. So if you're a smaller defender, quick hands and being effective in slowing down slashers and bigs in the paint as a good shot blocker. We've also added strip contact layers, layups to make sure defenders' steal inputs are respected instead of getting ignored. When the ball does not get knocked by a blocker's steal, you'll see greatly improved sideline awareness during scramble plays. Pickups near out of bounds lines are much more reliable as diving ball saves. They can throw the ball back and play. I've seen some amazing 50-50 ball saves that would make Dennis Rodman or Alex Caruso proud. That's really cool. badges, builds, and takeovers. One of the first things everyone does when they pick up a new version of 2K is to experiment when building a new MyPlayer. This year, the goals for the player builder were refined, polished, and balanced. You'll still have complete control to make any type of player you want, but the new builder ensures that all builds, regardless of size, specialty, are fun and balanced. The 5v5 environment used last year to test work-in-progress player builds is also now accompanied by a 3v3 environment for next-gen players. This is especially useful if you love to hoop on city courts and want to make sure your player can hang in the streets. Another addition to the builder system says the animation purchases will now be account bound rather than specific to one save file. In other words, you purchase the animation for a play shot, it will be available on your slasher build. That is really cool, assuming your player meets all the animation requirements. So like, for example, if you have a blue-green and you have a play shot and they both get the same ball control and the same threshold, you won't have to buy that same animation twice. I hope that works for dunks. I hope that works for everything. That's really cool. For current gen users, you're no longer limited by the pie chart build system from the last couple of years. It's been replaced with a more robust player builder that new gen uses. So basically, for my current gen players, you're now going to have more control than ever when making your build. You're now going to be able to make a guard that can dunk, shoot the ball well, gets the best dribble moves, and play D. You're going to be able to make these demigod type of builds on current gen. So that's really cool. And it looks like they're adding in a new badge system. This year we moved to a tiered badge system. There's 16 badges per attribute category, 8 in tier 1, 4 in tier 2, 4 in tier 3. Tier 1 badges are the least powerful for your player, but also cost least amount of badge points. Costs go up as they climb tiers and acquire the more impactful badges. The basic idea is that you'll need to equip a certain number of badges in the lower tiers before you can equip badges in the highest. So that's really cool to balance out players and kind of go back to everyone running the same badges. I think this will create a little more diversity too. The motive behind this change is to encourage players to make some tough choices when creating their badge recipes, make loadouts more valuable as a feature, and bring better overall balance to the badge game in general. Along with tiers, we'll also be introducing core badges, which are 4 unique badge slots, 1 in each attribute category, that can be filled with badges that don't count towards your badge points. Each badge will also have a challenge requirement once met that will allow the badge to be placed into a core badge slot. We also made several changes to the badges themselves, which are highly highlighted below. Slithery for finishing here makes it easier to gather through traffic, avoiding collision and strips. Masher increased the ability to finish. Oh, bro, immediately delete this badge. Mashing was so bad in NBA 2K22. Please, 2K, delete that. Aerial Wizard, ability to successfully complete alley-oops and putbacks. Bully like Giannis and LeBron. Oh yeah, this is 100%. They did remove hook specialists, so that's actually interesting to see. They're probably going to be, the post scores are just going to run Masher, and they're just going to match you. Cry. Shooting, Agent 3, ability to hit difficult 3-point shots off the dribble, so basically circus 3s. Midi Magician, oh, this is going to be really cool, like Jordan. Oh, that's cool. Amp reduces the shooting attribute penalties when fatigued. Okay, you're going to need that. Claymore induces the spot-up shooter's ability to knock down, catch, and shoot jumpers if they're stationary. Okay. Huh, that's weird. Comeback Kid, improved ability to shoot perimeter jumpers when trailing in a game. I like that. Hand down, man down. Makes an outside shooter even deadlier if opponent fails to get a hand up in the face. Space Creator, formerly a playmaking badge, it now boosts the ability to hit step back jumpers and hop shots. Ticino's gonna run this. You already know. This is Ticino's favorite badge already. Somewhere Ticino's cheese and read this. Limitless range. Yes, sir. No favorite returns. Yes, sir. I don't even need to read what this is. I'm shooting from Narnia with limitless range. Yes, sir. It's such a dub. Remove badges. Chef, Hot Zone Hunter, Lucky 7, Mismatch Expert has been moved to Playmaking, Set Shooter, Sniper, and Limitless Spot Up. Playmaking. Killer Combos improves a dribbler's effectiveness with size up dribble moves. Basically a combination of last year's quick chain and tight handles. That's really good. You're going to have to run that if you're Playmaking. Clamp Breaker helps ball handlers win more 1v1 body bump confrontations. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is going to be... For my stage heads, for my comp stage heads watching this video right now, this will be a mandatory badge. When these locks, when you get a good lock, Madness is bumping you, this is how you're going to get by him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vice Grip improves ball security immediately after securing a rebound, catch, or picking up the ball. Great badge for bigs. Gonna have to have this one so you can't get spammed. Because I'm going to be honest, as a center, a lot of the times when somebody goes, like, they'll get a rebound, I just spam them, and you can get so many steals. So toxic. Mismatch Expert, formerly known as a shooting badge, this badge now helps smaller guards break down taller defenders win mismatch one-on-one. I love this, and this is what it should have been. Love it. They remove bullet, downhill, glue hands, and stop and go. Defense and rebounding. Anchor is a crucial badge for the last line of defensive bigs. Improves blocking and shot contest in the paint. Box out beast helps defenders. This is basically boxing out. Workhorse. This is going to be the Pat Bev badge that boosts your ability to hustle down 50-50 balls. Okay, so it looks like they remove Hustler, and this is like a hustle type of badge. Hustler type of badge. Glove, named after the legendary Gary Payton, helps you strip players as they gather for shots. This is basically ball stripper. Challenger improves the effectiveness of perimeter shot contest. They remove defensive leader. Team Takeover redesign. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is still so much to read. There's so many. I gotta kind of speed read here. I gotta be honest. This is like a 20-minute video, and shout out to everyone who watched it all the way through. Comment down below your opinion on this. If you're a loyal and you're still watching this right now, I just want to see who my loyals are. We're in like the middle of a long video here, but this video is a necessity. We have to break this down. Takeovers are special abilities you can equip on your MyPlayer that will activate after building up your takeover meters. Basically like getting hot in real life. When the primary and secondary takeover remains the same, Team Takeover has been redesigned. In the last couple of versions, a player would activate Team Takeover for the entire team and make everybody hot after filling up primary, secondary, and then Team Takeover meters in sequential order. For NBA 2K23, Team Takeover works as a cooperative team system with the entire team sharing a single meter. Each player on the team has the equal opportunity that they're responsible for by filling. Oh, that's really cool. So basically the whole team is going to chip into Team Takeover. Not one person can get the whole team Takeover. That's really cool. Team Takeover automatically fires off for the entire team. Each player has to fill up their portion of the meter, though. That's really cool to fire off Team Takeover. The new design makes a lot more sense. It does a better job representing what it means to be hot as a team and to take over the game as a unit. That's really cool. This year, on both ends of the court, you'll see improved gameplay, and that should translate to more wins and more seamless actions. We can't wait for the community to experience this year's gameplay, explore all the new features, and discover a lot of the hidden things we stuck into the game. NBA 2K23 hits the shelf September 9th, but you can reserve your copy today. I'll highlight a few things Mike Wang, though, talked about today. Signature jumpers have rating requirements to 2K23. Here's the examples. Make sure to check out the available jumpers with the test build feature that you can get your shot before locking in your builds. Small guards are under 6'5". Swings have 6'5" to 6'9" jump shot. Bigs have 6'10" plus jump shots. So here's the full chart. It looks good, just that way it's full screen. Still working out the kinks, but it's gonna be fire. I love the sound of that. I love bullet passers going. Pass speeds are tied to the pass accuracy rating. Must have for playmakers. Also double takeovers for current gen. Love the sound of that out there. Real player percentage is not an option for online games. 2K23 for post players. Shimmy fades. Hooks are controlled by double throws too. Pro stick in the same direction. Most of all, if not returning badges will be retuned or reworked in some way. If something was OP in 22, don't assume it will be again in 2K23. Some of the weaker badges were buffed. Also, I like this. About to be a gazillion videos off Beluba's tweets. I ain't mad though. Yes, sir. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Shout out my boy Mike Wang. He knows what time it is. You won't get the dunk meter ever with the shot button. You'll only get it when you use the stick. So you have to use the stick. Yes, it's confirmed. It will not be popping up with the stick. I mean, with the shot button, you have to use the stick. Blue with the dunk meter makes its way to current. Yes, dunking controls are the same in both generations. It's really good to hear. For dribble moves, you quick the right stick, let it go back to the center, and quickly flick again for shots. This is basically from the article here. The timing on layups is so broken, at least for centers. I have a 99 close shot and can't get anything but late on layups online. We made some changes to layup timing. Skill takes skill to be good with it, but if you master it, you can make some really tough layups that you would miss with it off. And you won't blow wide open bunnies even more, even if your timing is bad. That's really good to hear. AI team worked hard on improving AI rotations, transition, and pick and roll defense, to name a few. They also adjusted dynamically. So hopefully there's no more dropping corners. Hopefully there's no more dropping corners for my team heads. Football, hard to answer. Will you be able to shoot with a 73 ball or under? There are a lot of factors, but if you're really good at timing your shot and are open to have the right badges, you'll be serviceable. But you won't be raining it like last year. So basically, you'll have to be like one of the best to shoot with that 3 ball, which is good. And I think that's how it should. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Make sure to comment down below your opinion on everything that came out today. All this information here. Once again, y'all can check it out. Go to the NBA 2K Twitter if you want to see this full article for yourselves. I love y'all. Shout out to everyone who watched the full video all the way through. Comment Apple. I know it's so weird, but comment Apple if you watch this full video all the way through down below in the comment section. I love to know who my loyals are. I want to start shouting out my loyals in my videos. I think I'm going to start doing that here very soon. So shout out to everyone that's been tapping in. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers. Turn the post notifications on, man. See you on the next banger. It's your boy Premier, and I'm out, man. Peace.
It ain't hard to keep composure, they keep trying me. I came from nothing, now they bumping my songs overseas. I remember when I first started, they do